So what about setting up this sort of first product marketer for success then? Once you've kind of hired them, what sort of things should you be doing to make sure that they actually, have the right environment to do the best work they can?
So if it's a small company, and I'm going to be, a bit drastical here, but I would love the PMMs to actually report to the CEO in the start. The reasoning for that is because if they report to sales, sales will sort of take their time into only creating sales material and make them into pre-sales. And if they report to marketing, it might be that they focus a lot about marketing and does not do as much for sales. If they're in product, as I said before, there's always fires in product. So it's hard for them to report to any of those functions in the beginning because the organization needs to get used to this. I would say a couple of easy things is to have clear KPIs and making sure that you actually have those KPIs aligned so that partly they're sharing KPIs with the product marketing side, the product management side, some with marketing and some with sales. That's something that we did, which was really successful actually, because there are some things that product also needs to focus on. So product cannot just be measured on, we pushed the product, it was done. But product should probably also be measured on, okay, did we get the first sale? What did the product actually look like when it came out to the customer? And was the customer, really happy with it? So doing that and making sure that the PMM actually has a mandate that they are actually able to say, okay, we need to do this instead, and not just being the provider of that fuel, but actually having an opinion and being able to say, okay, what we're doing right now is perhaps not the right way of doing it. Perhaps we should approach this differently.
And I like your suggestion that it reports directly into the CEO as well. I mean, obviously in bigger companies, and that makes total sense to me, in bigger companies, you kind of see it reporting into a sort of like a CMO, I guess. But I guess that CMO is obviously bought in and can work at sort of C-level to make sure that actually the other C-level, the sort of leadership team are actually on board with product marketing itself. So they offer that sort of fire cover at the top, I guess.
Well, if you have a growth department, a department that solely focuses on growth in general, then that's a really good place for that person to sit. It has to be understood that there are going to be lots of different tweaks that needs to be done. It's not just one thing. It's not just marketing. It's not just sales that's going to do it. Obviously, in most companies, reporting to the CEO would be very difficult, but it needs to be someone who has a broader focus.